What's up guys, Phoenix here. This video is going to be another DevPro duel video in Ranked, and this time I'm going to be playing with another Card of Demise deck. In case you haven't been noticing, the trend that I've been kind of doing recently is I've just been playing pretty much every deck that has had some form of boost or, increased capacity of play due to Card of Demise being a legal card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because this card is absolutely insane. There should absolutely not be any card that ever says draw 3 cards or draw up to 3 cards. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Thank God they decided to neuter this and not make it draw 5 cards, which was the anime version of this card, because that would absolutely be 100% ridiculous, even more so than this card already is. But basically, a lot of old decks have been getting boosts off of Card of Demise. As you've seen multiple times on this channel, I've played with Klee, Yosenju, more recently I've played with Spellbook. The Cosmo deck has even gotten a boost off Card of Demise, and this is another deck that has gotten a apparent boost from Card of Demise being legal. Now, this is Demise Satellarknight, an old, Satellarknight deck souped up with a potential draw 3 card to allow you to get into your traps, into your floodgates, into all your different things. Discarding your hand is typically not a problem because of the fact that you're trying to dig to Call the Haunted and Oasis of Dragon Souls. And then once you get your engine moving, you're able to loop those cards with Trevor every turn, and thus you're able to constantly reset your floodgates and things of that like. Now, this deck list specifically that I'm playing right here is the deck list of one Ryan Stolarski, who top 64'd the UK Nationals this past weekend with this deck. And I had this sent to me, strangely enough, by one of my friends and someone that I met through doing this channel, Edgar. A couple of weeks back, I think maybe about 2 weeks ago, he sent me a Satellarknight Card of Demise deck, and it was a little bit different from this, and I was like, God damn it, this is absolutely I thought it was absolutely horrendous and awful, and it was it looked hilarious, and I just never got around to playing it. And the deck, in the time since I've decided not to play that list, the deck saw some success in the form of getting top 64 at UK Nationals. So there is definitely that. This deck definitely has some inherent potential moving forward, potentially just because the Satellarknight engine and Trevor itself are very, very strong cards. And once this deck gets moving, once you kickstart it with Card of Demise to get those extra cards to potentially dig your way into more traps, I could easily see this deck riding its own engine and Trevor out. And that's one of the key things about the Card of Demise Cosmo deck, is that the deck doesn't need to resolve Card of Demise to function. Its engine itself is very powerful in what it does, and I believe Satellarknights also just kind of fit that description as well. But anyway, that's enough blathering on about this deck and this deck list and all that sort of nonsense. Let us just jump into the game of whatever matchup I'm able to get in Ranked these days, because DevPro's ranked system has been a little buggy as of recently, and not a lot of people that are playing meta decide to get on it. So, I mean, my pool of potential meta options to play against her is a little bit decreased as of lately, but hopefully I can do something decent. Alright, let's go. Alright, so let's see what we could potentially play against. I'm playing against What Are You Doing again, so hopefully he's not playing Red Eyes again. This is still the same day. He's going first. Okay, this could be a potential issue, but I do have double Card of Demise in my hand, plus Upstart, so there is definitely that. He is playing Red Eyes again. Damn it. Why are you zerging Ranked with Red Eyes? I could see this deck actually potentially being a lot better once we get the Felgrand support, but then again, the Felgrand support just supports Blue Eyes better. Oh, this can summon that? I had no idea. Oh, wow. Okay, so, yeah, it summons a Red Eyes monster from deck, and this is Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning. Alright. Alright, I see it. Okay. I don't think it's good, but I see it. Oh, Chaos Trap Hole. That's amazing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set this. I'm going to go ahead and activate this first, because I've got to normal summon a monster anyway. So, yeah, we'll definitely just have that. We'll normal summon that just because it's, a bit better in terms of it thins a monster out of the deck. So what we'll do is we're only going to be able to draw 2 off this Card of Demise, which kind of sucks. But as it stands, I've got Chaos Trap Hole backing up my turn. I'm going to send it to Neb to Grave, and hopefully I just draw into Call the Haunted. There it is. Well, alright then. So we're going to set these. And then I've got Fiendish, I've got Chaos Trap Hole, I've got another Card of Demise for a following turn if need be. This Altair gets discarded, which means I can then call the Haunted, the Altair, get back the Deneb. All in all, very, very good. Is he going to normal summon this thing? That would be really cool. So let's see, if this thing is an effect monster, its effect is once per turn you can destroy all face-up monsters. with defense less than this card's attack. So an Unkle High fits that like description, definitely. But I can Chaos Trap Hole whatever he summons. I can Fiendish Chain this. Okay, or I can just Chaos Trap Hole it now. I'll just do that. He normal summoned it. And it banishes it, so you can't put it back off the fusion. Neat! I do remember what the fusion does. I do handily remember what that does. So we're gonna call the Haunted the Altair, go into the Neb. My deck's engine is just really strong, so we'll actually just keep on keeping on doing the things that we're doing. I actually think I'm past the point of needing this card of Demise. I can literally just save it for whatever turn ends up being, you know, something that needs to happen. I've got a few potential plays that I can do here in the form of I can make Trevere, and then using Trevere, I think it's just better to add this, because then I'll be able to use Trevere, discard a card, and then I'll be able to summon this and do that. So yeah, we'll just go with that. Deneb, really? Why do I keep drawing these monsters? There's only 10 of them in the deck. This is confirmed. Alright, well, in the grave, I've got Chaos Trap Hole plus this, and so I can make Trevere here, or I could just go ahead and attack, and then make Trevere. Well, let's see, is it more damage here? Let's see, this is 32, that's 5,000 exact, and if I do Trevere first, then it is going to be less. So, that will be what we do then. Because I could actually just normal summon this and get a search and actually hit for more as well. And then Trevere could put the Altair back in my hand, but I actually don't think that's correct. Simply because it would it wouldn't be able to let me use Call of the Haunted on it again. So yeah, do I want to normal summon this or do I just want to wait? Because I could still make Tsukiyomi. Yeah, so we'll just go with this. We'll attack with these. We'll make Trevere and then we'll make Tsukiyomi. At least I think I can make Tsukiyomi. There might be some weird restriction on Trevere where it says you can only summon Satellars. I haven't read all of these cards in depth in a while. I just remember them from like when I was playing against them in Shadal, BA, and Necros format, like throughout the entire range of when this deck was legal. So let me see here. Except Satellarknight monsters. Alright, that is right. Okay, so it would bounce all cards on the field of the hand, which is something that I'm not really too keen on doing. But what I can make here is I could, instead of making this, well, I kind of should just make this, because I can make this make Diamond, and that will reset the Call of the Haunted, and also take a card out of his hand. So yeah, I'll just do it. It makes no sense not to, just because it resets the Call, and just forms, you know, a protective layer there, because I can then normal summon this Altair, and then just do things there, because what I can do is I can attach this to Neb, take a card out of his hand, which is cards for the redstone, alright, and then I can normal summon this, get my Deneb, search Vega, which Vega will combo well with this in my hand to empty that out, and you know, just continue on my play string, because that's honestly just what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to keep my play string moving. I'm really far ahead in cards. I've got like 9 to his 3. I've got a recyclable negate in the form of Fiendish Chain, and now I'm just gonna put Diamond over the Trevere, because doing this negates Dark Monsters. So we'll just do that. Tolmaeus isn't legal, or else I just overlay these two into Tolmaeus and leave my floater on the board. But unfortunately, Satellarknight Tolmaeus is like the broken, and it's like the broken Xyz in the game, and it required a swift banning. So yeah, that one was on you, Konami. You printed that card, and then a year later you had to ban it because of the fact that it was very, very much causing the Xyz pool to get out of hand. That card was so fair for a year. We were literally just using it just to make Diamond. But then Cyber Dragon Infinity came out, and then all of a sudden it was a problem. So, yeah, that's what ends up happening when you do some very questionable card design. But so setting a card here, and so. What I'm actually probably going to just do here is I'm going to in-phase MST. I'm just going to MST this one, honestly. Silver's Cry. All right, was that even live? I doubt it. No, it was not. All right, so now these cards are here. I've got Raigeki, which is cool. That's cool. My engine is just really, really superior to his right now. So we're going to normal summon this. We're going to use its effect. Even if I fall into something like a Torrential here, that's fine, because I've got Call of the Haunted. and he is surrendering. So the Red Eyes deck, at least this version of the Red Eyes deck, can't really compete with this Satellarknight deck, it seems. Because, like, one, I just get to summon multiple negates, and I get to just bounce his boards and do things like that. I just don't think he had that good of a hand, honestly. I really don't think that this was probably the ideal testing ground or, like, the ideal representation of what to take from this. But I do think the Red Eyes deck is still very, very slow. Maybe the Red Eyes deck would actually benefit from Card of Demise. There's a thought. But it definitely does benefit from the Felgrand support, specifically of Arc Brave and stuff like that, allowing you to continue to spam cards. So there is the potential there, potentially, I think. But I still think the Blue Eyes deck just does the job better, in my honest opinion. But other than that, that's all for this video. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the nonsense you usually do. Links are in the description to Facebook and Twitch links if you want to check those out. That is what they are there for. If you want to suggest a deck for me to play for either the DN videos or this DevPro format of videos, then definitely send it to my Facebook fan page. There is a link in the description of this video. Send a deck list or something there, and I will, play it if it piques my interest or it's something that I potentially like. I know I've got a couple that were sent there that I'm lined up to film a little bit later. Right now I'm just rifling through these things that I find a little bit more relevant, and then I'm going to get to those. But other than that, if you want to support me, clicking ads on my videos and disabling ad block when you view my videos is the best way to support me. It helps out a ton, and it'd be really cool if you guys could take a few seconds out of your day to do that sort of thing for me to help support me and do all that sort of nonsense. Make it, have a little bit of an added incentive to continue doing YouTube and stuff like that, because it is essentially a form of income for me at this point, and it helps out a load, more than I can ever say that I appreciate. Like, it's definitely something that is a big help, and if you guys want to be a part of that, then absolutely great. I would be very appreciative to you. But other than that, that's it for this video, and as always, guys, take care.